Hello guys, and welcome to the stream. Just going to do a quick audio test. Hello guys. Now, just quickly, I'm having to reload the PMDG 737 as we had a few. I've got a few sound issues just as I loaded it in, so I've put it on this screen for now. It'll be onto the game just in a moment once I can reload the 737. As I said, I loaded it in for whatever reason. It's had that bug that it sometimes does where the sound doesn't load in. I have to load in a default 737 before loading in a PMDG. Otherwise, it breaks the plane. Who knows why. But that's it. I'm just reloading it in now. Hopefully it'll all work. And then we can get the stream started with. Plane's just loading in now. Hopefully it's loaded in okay. There we go. It says it's initializing systems. And the sound's all working. Perfect. Okay, I can get you guys back onto the game now. Here we go. Apologies for that. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, for some reason, I can tell when you press buttons like the flight directors, it didn't make a sound. And you know it's broken that way. But you can see it's all working now, all making sound, so we have no worries. There is a fan in the background, but I tested the audio before we started, and it looks okay. It doesn't seem like it's very loud at all. It doesn't really look like my mic even picks it up that much, so no problem. I put it on its lowest setting as well, but you know, it's so warm here in the UK today. Over in Heathrow, it's 30 degrees today, 31 degrees. The weather report's just refreshed, so we can't expect, we can expect it to be absolutely boiling. But also, in other news, guys, I have shelled out and bought myself the PMDG 777. It was about £72, so it is quite expensive, but I've had a little look round it. I haven't learned to fly it yet, but I've had a little look round it, and it looks pretty awesome, so I can't wait to get on with that. But anyway, let's go and get our chimes and our seatbelt signs all fired up. I'll just check the sound's working, make sure the voice is unticked. It is. We're all good then. We're all good to go. Just make sure as well that we are over on ground power, and we can flick off the APU then, just making sure. No, we don't want the APU. We'll on the emergency lights. Pro Pete's can come on. The rest of it we'll leave, like the gens and things. We'll leave them until we're all set up and ready to go. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think, should we use self-loading cargo today? Because I was sort of thinking about whether we should use it or not, because you know we will use it, and because it's got that bug obviously here at Gibraltar Airport. Or you know what, I won't use it because we've had that bug at Gibraltar Airport, if you remember, where it thinks this is grass, this sort of this concrete. Honestly, until the hotfix version 1.54 comes out, I'm not going to use self-loading cargo again at the moment, because there's quite a few bugs, little minor bugs, that I'd like to try and get fixed first. But anyway, no matter, we can get on with today's flying. So, block fuel state is 9,544, 9,500 kilos. It's a 2.5 hour flight today, so we're going to have quite a bit in the centre tank then. Because it's a 2.5 hour flight over to Heathrow, but I wanted to get over to Heathrow today, so you know it's all I could have done. It is a long flight, but never mind. We'll just deal with it as is. We'll head over to our payload for today. We're taking 154 packs, I believe. Yes, 154. So I have 4 in first class. Just collect a Vatsim now. Course line today is Skyways UKV 234. I can connect with that. Pre-filed the flight, I'll fetch the flight plan, all looking excellente today. We'll file that. We're looking for zero fuel weight of 57.7. So, if I put 57.7 / it might put it in for me. There we go. There's 57.7 works out. However, I actually don't want that. I want to have the exact amount of passengers. So we'll get rid of that and we'll do it myself. So 57.7. So we're looking for an increase. Well, 57.7 minus... I'd rather do it with a calculator this time to get exact accurate results. 4.1. So 20, 50 in both should make it nice and even. We'll just check the centre of gravity. They all go 80% loaded today, so pretty full. This can just go onto the doors page now. Going to the FMC. Down, they go into the init page. We're here on the ground in Lima X-Ray Golf Bravo Gibraltar, and for now that'll just sit here. I will focus on that in a little bit once we've got GSX fired up. So we're going to request boarding. We have 154 passengers. I'll start the flight on Skytrack as well. We've got no ATC at the moment. Actually, London Control have just come online. So, by the looks of it, we hopefully will have some ATC over in London by the time we get there, possibly. But right now, none until then. Heathrow is always a pretty big hotspot for ATC, so hopefully it continues like that today. In terms of our departure out of Gibraltar, there are absolutely no SIDS out of Gibraltar. So it's just going to be a runway 27 departure. And we're heading direct to our first waypoint. Just checking weather. Wind's 20010, 25 degrees. So this is probably the first. I don't know what I want to do when I hit 100 subs, honestly. I mean, that's up for some people that maybe watching the channel to decide. Maybe we'll do something special on Flight Sim, who knows. But yeah, this is probably the first time I'm flying from the very southern part of Europe up to the UK. And it's actually warmer in the UK. I mean, what is this mess? This has never happened before. Right, let's get our route plugged in for today then. So, we're heading from runway 27, we're going direct to Pimos. And from there, we're jumping on UN 859. And we're jumping on... What do you mean invalid entry? It's UN 869. I just typed that. UN 869 to BLN. And then we're jumping on UN 867, and we're taking that. What? UN 867. That's correct. From BLN. No, 865. Oh, what's going on with me? I can't read the route properly. I need to open the doors. Okay, GSX. We'll do that. And we're gonna head to VTB, and then it's on to UN 867. I don't know what's wrong with me. 867. And to there we're heading to Turpo.
Morning.
Good morning.
Turpo, there we go. From there it's UP 87 as far as Godan. Get that plugged in there. And UN 862 as far as Apollo. Very long route this actually. It is a long flight. UP 87 as far as Roxog, and that is our route. Execute that, activate, execute. Arrival, we're going to be looking at a 09 left, all right. They have actually currently got an ATIS down in Heathrow, so, and that will tell us which runway they're using. Arrival runway, 09 left, or 27 left. So it's going to be 09 left. It's definitely going to be the 09s, looking at the conditions. I don't know why it says that on the 80s. So it's going to be a 09 left, which I believe I already planned. Yeah, and we're taking the Roxog 1 Hotel with the OC transition. Execute that. That's our route all in there. We should have no discounts. Cool. Excellent. I'm going to route data, and oh, that's only in the PMDG, obviously. That's only in the 777 and things. Never mind. Right, zero fuel weight, calculate, and 57.7 is fine. We're looking, what's our reserves today? Our reserves are going to be 3.3, and cost index is 26 today. And we're planning to burn 6.3 on the fuel. 6.3. Cool. Initial climb is going to be 360, and then we're going down to 340 due to wind. It actually saved us 3 minutes by going down to 340 at Turpo, which is over France. Cruise winds are going to be 211.
I'm right next to her.
At 29er. Make sure that's in there. Cool. Execute that. Transition altitude here in Gibraltar. Thinking about it, there isn't actually a SID chart, so where do I go to look at that? I mean, seriously, it must say it on here, maybe. No? I'll have a look at the star charts, and it should tell me, hopefully. 6,000.
Hello.
Transition altitude. 6,000. Perfect. This is going to moan about descent pass, and it's also going to say insufficient fuel because of the reserves I've put in. Hopefully that will be solved by the time we actually depart. Okay, everything's all good then. Everything's all ready. We're going to do no D-rate. It's a very short runway here in Gibraltar. Flaps 5 should be okay. Yeah. V2 is going to be 146 off this short runway. Why is Alnav not working? We need to set trim to 4.39er. Perfect. And all that is set now. Apart from the start switches and things which will be done later on. And everything should all be ready to go now, I think. This can go up to 360. And turn that on. It's gonna be basically just direct to PMOS from runway 27. We'll set squawk to 2000 now. And we'll tune Unicom 122.8. There's nothing in the area of Gibraltar or approaching Gibraltar, so no need to announce anything on Unicom. Okay, that means everything's all ready to go when we need it. Yeah, Alnav isn't deciding to work today. This can go straight up to 360. This can be runway heading, which is 269 today. And everything's all ready to go. Auto brakes, RTO. Yeah, for some reason Alnav's not arming. It could be because there is no SID of departure. Once at 400 feet though, radio altitude, it should work. QNH down here is, what's the QNH? Outlet GB. QNH is 1016. There we go. Perfect. And we need to make sure the weather radar is active and that the traffic is active, which it is. And make sure it's saying weather and turbulence. Not looking at any weather today really on our route. It's all looking pretty good. We'll just wait on them now. We're expecting about 1,023 mile flight, so we've actually saved about 10 miles, but there we go. This is thinking we'll have 0 fuel. It does change by the time you get there. Its fuel calculations are always wrong at the start. But we'll leave that for later. Okay, I think we're all good and ready to set. We're all good. We're all set up. We'll get the electric gens fired up. We'll get the APU fired up. And is everything else turned on? We'll get the fuel pumps on as well. We can have the centre tanks on straight away here today. We can get our beacon, not our anti-collision lights, and packs can come off. And there you go. Boarding's completed just like that. Perfect timing. So we'll close all the doors, and this can go back here, and we'll wait for the APU to fire up. Then we can remove the ground power. I'll set parking brakes ready. We just wait on the APU to fire up. We're all prepared for pushback and departure. We're going to be pushing back left today. I'm going to taxi all the way along there and then do a little backtrack down the runway. Also, we're not using self-loading cargo today, so it won't shout at us for not taxiing on grass and things. Honestly, self-loading cargo is a good plug-in. When flying off online, it doesn't really give you a lot of extra things. I think it's quite good to fly offline, though. I've got to say, it's good fun for that. Right, is the APU fired up yet? It is. Cool. That means I can get rid of the ground power and the wheel chocks, and we can go into the FMC over here and bring up the progress page. Perfect.
Locking gear.
And everything is all ready to go. We can get our TCAS turned on, and you can see there traffic and weather all working. We'll just check on Active Sky quickly. There's no weather warnings for our route today. No weather warnings, no turbulence warnings. for today's route, so we're all fine. I'll get Heathrow's weather plugged in for later on, and we will be all ready to go. We're going to go left.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Release parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear.
Right,
Start at will.
Start engine 2. Bring the engines down here. Obviously the packs are off, so they should just starting pretty good by themselves. They are cool, and we're all good. And there's 20%. Introduce fuel. And back we go in this lovely fly car. I still haven't got the new livery for this thing. Oh my word. Don't tell me someone's got an American 767 at Gibraltar. What on earth? That is a 76, I think. Oh my god. Right, start up engine number 1. I don't know what that nut is doing in a 7.6. Is that thing capable of flying into Gibraltar? I mean, it's only a 5,800 foot runway. It's not the longest of runways. Alright, engine number 1 is firing up now. And we will introduce fuel on number 1. And number 2 can go into continuous. I have no idea what that plane is doing. It's not showing up on Vatsim yet. Interestingly enough. Yeah, I've got no clue. Oh, here it is. It's flying to... It is a 767. It's flying to Baku from Pimos as well. That's its first waypoint. That's a pretty random plane and random route to be doing, but
set parking
why
brakes.
not, I guess. Parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Into continuous position. Engine start is good, and we can also turn on the engine gens, and we can turn off the APU. Packs can come back on now, and taxi lights can come on. There we go. Everything is all ready now to go. It's all ready for departure. Get this back over here. We'll set flaps now. 1, 2, and 5. Flaps 5 is set and ready to go. After takeoff, it's going to be a pretty quick left turn out to Pimos. There's no set procedure to be followed there, so we can sort of do what we like. So yeah, there we go.
Truck disconnected.
That's the first thing in American 767. It's a lovely scenery, this. I do actually really like the scenery. It's, I think it is connected for the real world, so I have no idea why the American's in the wrong place, but who knows. We'll just ignore that. Obviously we've got UK 2000 Heathrow installed. I haven't flown into Heathrow for a few weeks now, so it'll be good fun to fly in there. We'll wait for the have a good trip message from GSX. We'll do a quick recall.
Right is clear.
Good. Right, down here. All good. All trim is all set. Start switches in the continuous. MCP is set. Transponders, TARA and landing lights will be done before we take off. Have a good trip, GSX says, so away we go. Gibraltar traffic, Skyways 234, taxiing runway 27. We're going to take off and make a left turn direct to Pimos. Gibraltar traffic. Alright, away we go. Away we go. Off to London Heathrow. We're looking for a flight time of 2 hours and 25 minutes today, so it's quite a long flight. Hopefully we can get to ATC or something, but who knows. It's a lovely scenery, this. I do really like it. I mean, as you can clearly see, it's not on grass, unlike what self-loading cargo said. So there's a few random, weird, strange bogs in self-loading cargo, sadly, but no mind. We're taxiing up now. We're going to make a right turn. Taxi down. We're going to backtrack down the runway, little loop. Nothing is approaching, so we can just take off straight away. Someone's doing an Air Berlin A421 from Malaga to Munich. That's interesting. Air Berlin? When did they go bankrupt? That was a long time ago. Lovely airline, Air Berlin. Obviously, Eurowings has most taken over half their routes, haven't they? Now, I think Eurowings do quite a bit. Anyway, right, we're taxiing up to the runway. I haven't got any SID chart today, so, you know, Nothing else to look at. Right, taxi to the left, and we're going to backtrack all the way. We're going to make a left turn then, right after departure. We haven't got LNAV for some reason. It's not wanting to activate just yet, so we'll have to wait until 400 feet radio altitude to activate LNAV. But there we go. Right, we're going to turn around now on the runway and get out of here. Call sign obviously Skyways 234 today. For me, we might get some ATC down in Heathrow. Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. But there we go. Right, lining up on the runway. We're going to do thrust idle here for a minute and park it up. And right, taxi lights off, runway turn-offs on, landing lights on, and initial power is set to 40%. And toga. Away we go. Airspeed's live. Start the clock there. Any knots? I need rudder pedals. Almost drift off the runway. There is a slight crosswind. That's what it is.
V1.
V1?
V1.
Rotate. Well, we only just got off in time. I don't know how a 767 is going to manage that. I guess we'll leave that for the person flying a 767 to figure out. Positive rate, gear up. And there is 400 feet radio altitude. LNAV is active. Going to make a little left turn now. Oh, my sim did a little freeze. That worried me. Doesn't normally crash like that, but you know, I wouldn't put it past FSX. Right, we're going to make a left turn out now. We've got no arriving traffic, so no one to avoid or anything like that. So we're all good. We're all fine on this left turn. Right, runway turn-offs can come off now. Start switches into off mode, and we can disarm the auto brakes. And just making a nice left turn here. I'll continue to hand fly the plane for a little bit. It's quite a nice plane to fly, the 7.3, isn't it? And flaps 1. And we can also lock the gear. There we go, there's flaps 1 and 210 knots, flaps up. Going through a few clouds here. Slightly off course maybe, but obviously we're just going direct to Plymouth, so technically there isn't really much of a course. And we'll pitch the plane for a climb now. Start bringing the bank back just a little bit. And there we go. We'll enable command on there. Now this thing's going to start climbing with the autopilot, and that is it. I think that's all, isn't it? Air conditioning, we set that on the ground. Start switches are into the off position. Landing gear is up and locked. Auto brake is off. Flaps. Altimeter will be set at 6,000 feet. And there we go. That is it then. We'll bring this up into an 80 nautical mile range because it doesn't really matter now. There's nothing in the way of procedures to follow, is there? I mean, it's just straight out departure, no SIDS here at Gibraltar. There we go, nice little look over the wing, and there's 6,000 standard pressure, and this thing will continue its climb up to 10,000, where it will level off, gain a little bit of airspeed, then it'll be up to our cruising level of 360. We'll be at 360 then for most of the flight until over middle-ish France, where we're descending down to 34,000 because of some wind, I think. I don't know, it saved us 3 minutes, the descent, so I'm not arguing with it. 3 minutes is quite a large amount of time for such a short period of time, so I'm not arguing. Alright, everything's looking good, recall's good, 10,000 feet, we'll turn off our landing lights, but, you know, we're not quite 10,000 feet just yet. And flaps it up, everything's all good. And away we climb. It's 1,000 miles now over to London, so quite a long flight. We'll be over the Bay of Biscay, over Bilbao, before turning right over Nantes and over Rennes, finally over Jersey into the US. No, not the US, the UK. Ugh. And over Spain, we're going to be flying over Madrid. We're going to be departing out of Malaga, actually. There's 10,000. Off go the landing lights. We're waiting until after PMOS for the seatbelt signs. Don't want to shut the passengers around too much, do we? As I was saying earlier, guys, I have actually got the PMDG 777 now. So I'm going to do some practice flights tomorrow, not streaming, to make sure I know how to fly the plane. And then next week, we're going to have 777 week. We're going to do 3 streams in the 777, so I can introduce you guys to the wonder that is the 777. I was intending to fly the 787, but you know, it can wait. It can wait. We've got a new plane to try ourselves out on. In the end, I thought, you know, we may as well get it, right? I mean, it's quite expensive. It's only a little bit cheaper than the Quality Wings 787, but only by about £5. The Quality Wings was £75. It was like £72. The PMDG, but it depends on the exchange rate because it's $90, so the price does change every now and then depending on the exchange rate between dollars and pounds. But yeah, right, passing 12,000 now. We're coming up on PMOS, where we're going to make our left turn. No massive gaps between waypoints today then. What we're looking at in terms of fuel on arrival, you can see now it's worked out what we're doing. 3.6 on arrival in Heathrow, which is well above our reserves, so we're all good on that. And yeah, this thing's made a pretty steady climb. Pretty standard cost index today of 26. Pretty average. And yeah, not bad. We've got some ATC hopefully down in London, but none until then. We're making our left turn at PMOS now. Can't believe someone got an American 767 at Gibraltar. Can't believe that. Right, there's PMOS. At 15,000 feet, I will turn off the seatbelt signs and let everyone roam around the back of the cabin. And we can set our heading for en route heading now as well. There's 15,000. Oh, no, that's the chime. We don't want that. We want the seatbelt signs off and into auto. And there we go. Everyone is free to roam around the back. Obviously no self-loading cargo, so no drink services and things, but never mind. Never mind. And we'll set our heading round then to what we're finally heading at. And there we go. We'll have a little look outside now. You can see there's Malaga down there. We're flying over Malaga, over the whole of Spain, Bilbao, Bay of Biscay, Nantes, Rennes, Jersey, and then finally down into London Heathrow. Very nice little flight. So for the first time ever, I think that I can recall, it is warmer in Heathrow than it is in the southern part of Europe. It is warmer. It's 31 degrees in Heathrow and it was 25 in Gibraltar. Well, does anyone want to make any sense of that? I mean, that just sounds broken. That never happens. Now, transition actually down in Heathrow. Again, I can also plug this in from the ATIS, which I will do now. I'm expecting 7,000, okay? That's probably normal, 7,000, so we'll set that in there. Everything's all good then. And cool, we've just got another 18,000 feet to climb now, so a little bit longer. And then we'll be all good and up there at flight level 360. Hopefully we can have some ATC en route today. However, it doesn't look likely at the moment. We haven't really got any ATC anywhere, unfortunately. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we'll get some Eurocontrol or something. Obviously would be very nice, but we'll have to wait and see. At the moment it's just London Centre and that's it. London Centre is the only thing online on our route today. Hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit more than that. But yeah, pretty good. Got 16,000 feet left to climb. Now, we're going to be at cruise, I think, for quite some time. Quite a long flight. I mean, if we put this up to full length, like, you can't even see distance to the end. It's pretty much a straight track today. It's pretty nice. Obviously, I'll just be sticking it on. I'll be sticking it onto 80 nautical mile range and leaving it there. Yeah, up we climb. Looks very nice outside, I think. Very nice. And it's very warm. I'm just going to quickly turn my fan up to 2 from position 1 because it's getting a little bit warm. Hopefully it's not too loud. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be alright. Turning up the fan, but yeah, it's very warm here, very warm here in the UK. My word, not the nicest of days for it. Crazy weather. So Matt, what do you expect? Weather's like that, cold 1 minute and boiling the next minute. But never mind, it's all good. I hope it'll be alright, not too warm. Let's get to MGA now. Where's that? Is that Malaga, I'm guessing? Malaga VOR? Yes! So passing directly over Malaga Airport, there it is. I got some nice scenery installed for Malaga Airport actually. One bonus about using default scenery is that you don't need to, like, how do I put this? You don't need to really disable them because they don't really take up much more resources than the default. They don't take up any more resources than the default game. There's 3 planes on the ground there, but I can only see 1. Oh, did I forget to turn off? What's going on there? That's a bit odd. Oh. I definitely turned those down. Remember at the end of last stream? Well, there we go, they're gone now. I definitely turned them down. I definitely did that. Weird. I was going to say, I was like, why are there planes down there? I remember at the end of yesterday's VFR stream, I specifically remember flicking it down because I always forget. Well, there we go. That explains the poor FPS as well. I was getting 27, 26. Now I'm getting 35. Well, there we go. That's a bit nicer, isn't it? That explains that. Interesting. Very interesting. Never mind. Good job we didn't get all the way to Heathrow and realise that, because Heathrow properly lags it out. That's nuts, right? Unfortunately, Vatsim is being a bit weird again, and it's only updating the data every 6 or 7 minutes. It's been doing that recently, and it's I don't know, Vatsim is being weird. But yeah, that's how it is, I guess. Also, a bonus for having the PMDG 777, I can also do very long events in it as well, like the Emirates planes. They are a little bit slower than a 787. I mean, I'll have a look now. So 787 cruise speed. It is 561 mile per hour. 737. Obviously, it's a little bit lower. No, that thing I looked at originally must have been wrong. Well, I'll look at it in Mach, because that's easy to tell. It is a Mach of about 7.8, which is average what we run. 787 then, Mach 7.8. This is Mach 8.5. an awful lot higher. And then the 777 is Mach 8.4, so it's halfway between the two. It's faster than the 737, but it's slower than the 787, which is perfect. Really, absolutely perfect. Alright, doing a very slow climb here. Not really any issue. We're going straight to the BLN VOR. Where's that? It is Balin. I don't really know what that is exactly. Obviously, it's a place in Spain, presumably, or an airport of some kind. Yeah, just basically the data on Vatsim refreshes very slowly. Oh, nice! Heathrow approach and now online as well. So that's really nice. We've got 4 lots of London control. You've got Echo Golf Victor Centre. That's up in Scotland. You've got London South, London SM, whatever that is. Oh, it's a mentor. Oh, they're having a mentoring session. That's nice. And London West. So there's a lot of ATC down there, and Heathrow. So hopefully by the time we get down there, that, you know, at least a bit of that covering Heathrow will still be online. It would be nice to have Euro control or something like that, or French control, but at the moment, nothing of that. So I haven't, honestly, Euro control hasn't been online in absolutely weeks. Absolutely weeks. It's been ages. Who knows why, but it has been very rare in the past few weeks. Fuel in the centre tanks has run out. We're going to have to watch, make sure there's no fuel sort of imbalance, because that can happen when you switch off the centre tanks. We saw flying to Cagliari, but that hasn't happened this time. So this thing does run out of centre tank fuel pretty quickly, but it's all good. We're not even at cruise yet, you know. Because I think it does burn all of the centre tank fuel first, if it can. So now up to 36,000 feet. We're almost there, and then we're going to be there until Turpo, and then it's down to 340 briefly before then starting our descent. So it's a little step descent, if you like. We'll set our arrival speed and our approach reference. You know what? We can actually. Should we set up? No, I'll wait till cruise to set up the arrival and minimums and all that faff. But yeah, it should all be good. We can set the landing elevation. Just make sure. I like to be all prepped for landing pretty much as soon as I'm at cruise. You know, it allows us to just then sit back, enjoy the rest of the flight, relax. We've done all our prep for landing. We can just chill out then. It's nice. But yeah, just 3,000 feet left to go. This thing is doing a very slow climb now. It is starting to go very slowly. Got someone on our TCAS popping up there. By the looks of it, at 35,000 feet-ish. They're actually going up at the moment. Munich to Malaga, I think. That plane. Munich to Malaga, and it's descending. However, it's showing us something different on there. Who knows? And there are now 2 planes on the ground in Gibraltar. There's a private plane as well. It's like a rush. But yeah, there is a plane apparently 2,000 feet above where we are now. Nortrans 5101. However, it's a bit odd that it's showing up. Oh, hang a minute. Wait, it's going from Munich to Malaga, but it's climbing. Wait, what? It's only got 60 miles to go to Malaga. That's one of those bugs. Not bugs, right? Where someone follows the wrong flight plan. That can happen sometimes. Because they're climbing and they're 60 miles from Malaga. That doesn't make any sense. Who knows? It doesn't concern us. We're continuing up to 36,000. Come on, plane. Just a little bit left to go. It's a very slow climber. Once you reach these high levels sometimes. What's our maximum today? Just to give me an idea of maybe why. Maximum is actually way higher than this, so we're all fine. Cool, right. Heading up to 360 now, and then we'll be descending from there a little to 340 a little bit later on. It's going to be quite a while until then. If you look at our till top of descent, it's probably quite a long gap until our top of descent, because we are almost there. We're using full power. Look at that. Plane's fully mashing it. It's because we're not using any D-rays. That's why. However, the fuel flow is not actually that high. It's only a little bit more than what you'd be using in cruise, so it doesn't sound particularly loud either. There you go. And there we go. That should be us at cruise now, pretty much. There you go. There it is, levelling off, and we are at cruise altitude. And the engines can relax a little bit now. Let the engines relax, and there we go. We are now at cruise, so we're going to go ahead and prep our arrival now. 110.3, and we'll just check that on the chart. 110.3 is the nav frequency. We'll put that in standby. Course is 090. And finally, minimums. Cat 1 is going to be 279, 200 feet above the airport. And now I'm just going to do a little check to make sure that the procedure, weirdly, I've never actually heard of a rucksack arrival into Heathrow. I don't typically use it then, I guess. I will just check the restrictions, make sure they're okay. Now the restriction OC will probably be changed from what I can see there. No, actually no, it's the same, 7,000 OC. 250 knots at LLS 01 maximum, because it's under 10,000 feet. That's why it's unable. This plane likes to do 240 knots, so I'll set 240 in there. Flight level 130 level by Hazel will probably be the instruction we're going to get. Okay, all fine then. That is all good on that sense. I'm just going to quickly check, make sure nothing else has changed since I last flew the OC transition or the ILS. No, it's been no, because obviously there was a new air act last week. No descent path after LLS. What's wrong with the descent path? That looks okay. 3,000 feet in 12 miles, that's okay. Okay, who knows. And finally, yeah, airport elevation is 83 with a runway elevation of 79. So we're going to be setting 100 as our landing altitude, yes? Okay, everything is all good then. Everything's all set up for arrival. Obviously, we're not descending for quite a while. And everything's all good on the charts. Everything's all good. I'm happy. And hopefully we'll have a little bit of ATC as well. That'll be nice. If possible. We'll get a little bit of ATC. Weather in Heathrow, we'll keep an eye on it. Currently 090 at 8 knots. QNH 1015. 31 degrees, no clouds. So pretty standard kind of thing. The METAR is saying 009 at 8 knots. Winds variable between 040 and 180, so they're very variable winds. No cloud detected, and 31 degrees on the temperature. Perfect. Right, now we've done all that stuff for arrival. We can now chill out, go outside, and enjoy the views. That plane's using 09 at Gibraltar. Why? Why on earth is it using 09 at Gibraltar? It's flying to Cordoba. Not a very long flight. We're actually over Cordoba about 3 minutes ago-ish. Oh, I think I might be bugging out because my plane just went backwards in the world of Vatsim. Okay, it's going forward again now. It's getting a bit old. Okay, going to make a slight left turn up here. That plane, honestly, this plane does look nice. I like the livery. I need to get the new crystal livery installed. I'll just check now whether they do it, because I remember, I think I might have checked and found they only did it for the NGXU now, which is the new version of this plane. Obviously, because that's the P3D version 4 and 5. No, they do it for the NGX in crystal, so I'll have to download that then in crystal livery, because the crystal livery is lush. Obviously I've got it on the 787, I've got it on the A320 now as well, so I'll have to get it on this just to complete the pack. Complete the livery changeover, old to new. Now, one exciting thing as well about the fact that I got the 777 now, there's loads of cargo flights you can do with it. There's an awful lot of interesting things. They run a cargo operation out of Stansted, and they do a sort of thing where they go from one airport to another and then onwards, one airport to another then onwards, like that, and it's amazing that they do that. They're all on select days, but it's pretty amazing. So I'll have to try and catch some good flights. There's some good flights over in China and Japan. I would love to fly over China at one point to experience. It's a bit old in China. They use meters instead of feet for some reason. I don't really know why. In the Airbus, you can change between the two with a little button. I don't know how to do that in the Boeing. But everything is all looking good. Oh look outside then. All looks lovely. Flyk.aero. It is a nice livery, that's gotta say. I think it looks like pretty cool. Oh! Did I see the captain doing... He pressed the landing lights or something, it looked like. The way that these captains' heads moves are slightly odd. Yeah, look, he keeps turning something off and on, look. I think they are coded to do that. It looks quite strange, honestly. It's a cool looking plane, this, I think. The 737. It looks like it's cool, you know? It looks like the sort of kid that would rock up to class and be like, yo, mate, like... super cool. Wearing sunglasses. There's the sunglasses. I just think like this pointed nose. In my opinion, Airbus looks a bit more technical, and a Boeing just looks a bit more like, yeah, we just did this to make it look nice. That's my opinion, anyway. I think they do look lovely. I don't really pay enough attention, I don't think, to liveries and what the planes look like, but they do actually look really beautiful. Like when you look at them. They have really nice things, planes, and they do look lovely. Yeah, unfortunately, no ATC until London right now. I'll keep an eye on what's online down in London. At the moment, it's just Heathrow Approach and London Centre. Maybe we'll have some Heathrow Ground or Tower online, possibly. But hopefully, if that can stay online. It is going to be another 2 hours before we get there, though. It is a very long flight, this. At least it's meant to be 2 hours until we get there. However, this is telling me 1 hour and 50 minutes. So we might be able to save about 8 minutes on our flight time. It was planned for 2 hours and 25. We'll have to wait and see. There's lots of nice tailwinds we should be getting today. So I can't imagine what this flight would have been like with headwinds. Like ground distance versus air distance, we have a tailwind of like 60 miles, which is nice. So it should be all good. It's not very cloudy over Spain. Pretty nice weather we've got here, so that's quite nice. I like the weather. I like this weather. It's too warm here in the UK, but so now I've cranked my fan up to max. It's a little bit nicer, honestly. Got 7 miles to go to a waypoint called Moral. Interesting name. We're not really descending yet for quite a while, and even then we're going to be descending a little bit further. So yeah, pretty cool. I was also wondering, would you like me guys to play like games during the streams? Because I've seen other people do this, where they play games during their streams, like when you're at cruise. Because I could play like Bloons and things, Bloons Tower Defense Battles, you know, and things like that. I'm actually quite into it. It's a pretty good game. But I'm looking now, self-loading cargo, unfortunately, still haven't got version 1.54 out. They're trying to work on a few key things, like mainly the turbulence bug. They're working on smoothing that out. I'm getting Discord up if you guys hear anything. It goes did it. Oh my, yeah, pretty good. So we're currently over Madrid's airspace, as you can see on there. No ATC, unfortunately, still. I will be watching. Obviously, I'll be watching to see if an ATC come online. In terms of weather down in Heathrow, we should have some new weather in about 5 to 10 minutes. Actually, one thing I will do as well is look up the arrivals into Heathrow, just to check where we compare against some other people. Okay, I'm going to be arriving 10 minutes behind a BA from Mexico, but apart from that, nothing's anywhere near me. I mean, our planes from Edinburgh and Newcastle are having it taken off, so they could also be there a little bit quicker. I'm the only Skyways inbound. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear so. There's not many Skyways on. I mean, there's 2 Heathrow. No, there's only 1 Heathrow approach. I misread it. I'll have a look now at people online to see if there are any Skyways on the network. There'll be a few, because there always are. Whoa, there's actually quite a few. One from Fuerteventura to Gatwick, Manchester to Marrakesh, me, which is Gibraltar to Heathrow, Glasgow to London City. There's a good few on there, isn't there? I like how many Fly UKs fly around. Like, I do quite like it. I think it's cool. It's like, oh, I'm part of this sort of airline, and like everyone else is all part of it as well. I think it's really cool. And there's someone online that's been online for 15 hours and 45 minutes flying from Heathrow to Sydney. Oh my word. What? And they've still got 2,000 miles to go. Wow. And they've been on Vatsim that whole time. That's something else. Yeah, there we go. That's interesting, isn't it? We're cruising along here pretty good. We've got about 12 miles to Bexid. Then we're passing VTB, which is the... What VOR is that? It is the Via Tobas VOR. Is it a VOR or is it an NDB? It is a VOR. Have a little look outside. Very nice. In terms of parking stands down in Heathrow, I have actually flown a Flykick 737 in here for quite a while. I think we're expecting just the usual Terminal 2. Yeah, anywhere in Terminal 2. So I tend to prefer Terminal 2A for these planes. If we're going to be landing on 9 right, or 9 left we're using, so that's a little bit of a longer taxi for us. I'll probably be expecting maybe gate 216 to 226. I wouldn't mind. I might request taxiway gate 225. Or we could go for some of the heavier ones like gate 231, 232. I could possibly request that, but who knows. Yeah, pretty nice. We're going to Bexit now. We're going to pass that immediately now, really. I want something to do on this sim. Like, we need to look outside. Actually, let's have a look outside. We've got some nice land off to the left. Can we see the coast anymore? We can't see the coast anymore. However, we will be going over the Bay of Biscay, over into Nantes. So we'll still have a little bit more sea to look at. We're not flying over the mountains. Sometimes you can fly over the Pyrenees, I want to say. However, I might have got that extremely wrong. I'm just going to look it up now to make sure I didn't get it wrong. The Pyrenees is... Yay, it's between Spain and France. I got it right. Okay. Yeah, so we're flying, instead of flying over the Pyrenees, which we can do, we're taking a slightly different route today. We could have flown over Bordeaux, and that sort of one, and it wouldn't have cost us any, too much time, distance. But no, this is the route. So we're flying over a place called Toledo right now, off to our left. There it is. That's Toledo. It's not like a food or a saying or something. We're passing over Madrid in a little bit. We should see Madrid off there. We've got no planes or ATC. There's one plane on the ground in Madrid, no ATC at Madrid Airport or anything. I've never actually flown into Madrid Airport. I don't know why I avoid them, like Paris, Charles de Gaulle, Madrid. I never fly into them. But why? Like, they're really major airports. And I literally never fly into them. I've flown to Frankfurt a few times. But even then, only once or twice. You know, I mean, generally, I do tend to fly in and out of Gatwick and Heathrow an awful lot. They're probably my two main airports. Gatwick and Heathrow. Obviously, they are the main airports in the UK, so I'd expect that. Also, I'm just going to get my fan, and actually, no, I like it going around the room. I don't want it to point directly at me the whole time. I'll leave that. We've still got 750 miles to go. We're already 36 minutes in, so to be fair, we've already flown 270 miles, so we're getting on with chewing up those miles. We're not quite a 787, but we're chewing them up pretty good. I want to have a look at ATC like around the rest of the world as well. It's quite nice. To buy approach and all that's online. Yeah, not bad. There's a bit of ATC online, like Greece and Turkey and all that, but sadly, over Eurocontrol, it's just been a bit dead lately. There hasn't really been anything. I don't know why, but Eurocontrol as a thing. I mean, there's 800 connections on the Vatsim network, so there's quite a few people online. There's only 71 controllers. It is going up all the time, that number though. So maybe, hopefully, we can have some more ATC in a little bit. That would be rather nice, wouldn't it? I'm going to keep my eye on the controller number, see if it pops up. And obviously, the more it rises, the higher chance we have of getting something in our area. We're coming up on Madrid now, and then after that, RBO Robledo, VOR. We should be able to see Madrid. It's off to the left. In fact, is that Madrid Barajas? I think it is. I think that's Madrid Airport. Down there, Madrid Barajas. And is that an airport there, or just a patch of terrain? I'm pretty sure that's an airport. Looking at the map, it's like a massive patch of blank scenery, and then which is where airports go. It hasn't loaded in yet, though. Who knows? I'm just watching Vatsim at the moment. No, there's still 71 controllers, so it's not really going up much. Yeah, the UK is full of ATC. It's absolutely massive. There's no events going on today because it's Thursday and everyone neglects Thursdays for events. I don't know why. Who thought of that? But it's just like there's never any events on a Thursday. But they have Helsinki inside on a Thursday night, and that's it. That's the only event they have on a Thursday. Obviously, we aren't going to be taking part in mid-week madness. I can't wait for that. We're going to be taking part in that in a little bit. It'll be great fun. I have been looking at events that we can do, but sadly at the moment there's just very little in the way of events. And the long events that are in place don't suit my times. But you know, that's how it is. They are running some more events on Thursdays called Tahini Thursday, Doha to Dubai. That might be pretty cool. Weirdly, I think Doha must be a new airport because Vatsim doesn't actually recognise the existence of Oscar Tango Hotel Hotel, which is Doha. It's a massive airport and Vatsim doesn't even recognise it exists. Don't know why. But who knows? Right, obviously we can't really plan step climbs in this thing, unfortunately. Never mind. So it's going to be 340 at Turpo. It's not for quite a while yet. And we'll be at Turpo 1404 Zulu, so it'll still be almost an hour until then. Hello, I hope you're enjoying the content. Obviously. Hope everyone enjoys the content. That's why I do YouTube, and because I obviously do really enjoy it. Yeah, I hope everyone does enjoy the content. Obviously, it's all good fun, isn't it? I do love my flight simming and obviously the breakfast videos. I hope, honestly, anyone watching this channel, I really hope you find the GSX tutorial I did useful, because you know, as I said, it was a pain for me. I did spend a lot of time trying to get it to work, so it'd be nice if you guys managed, you know, enjoyed it and managed to get it working from the tutorial. That's why I do them. It's, you know, it's all great fun. Amazing, we've actually been streaming for an hour now already. It goes quickly, I'll be honest. It goes very quickly. We're only here 45 minutes already. It's a very long flight, this, so we've still got 700 miles left to run. I don't know, as I say, you know, it wasn't intended that I did a flight this long. It was just, literally, it was a case of, right, what flight can I do from Gibraltar to get back into the UK? And that's just the distance it was. Otherwise, because the problem is, I could have gone to Nantes, but then I wouldn't have been able to go from Nantes to London because that's a really short flight, so it wouldn't fit in one stream. But it's long enough that I couldn't really fit 2 flights in, so I couldn't have done that. And so in the end, yeah, I'm doing this flight pretty good in the end. I probably could have done like maybe Gibraltar to Lisbon and then Lisbon to Porto or something, but in the end, yeah, I'm happy with what I've chosen here. It's pretty good. Pretty nice. Yeah, and I'm wondering what to do for 100 subs. Again, if any of you guys can help me out in comments of any of my videos or the chats to suggest anything for 100 subs. Would be nice. Like, to solve the problem of heat, I have myself a little ice cream, so that's nice. Luckily they're quite quiet to eat, so there shouldn't be any problems. We've got 45 minutes within the air now. Where are we? I'll take you outside while I eat my ice cream. Have a little look outside, yeah? here, guys. Right inside the lovely 737 here. I'm just going to try and change the desktop audio a little bit. Let's get it exact, but there we go. I turned it down a little bit because it was quite loud outside, actually, wasn't it? Outside the plane. There we go. Yeah, and a little teeny icy cream break. Everyone needs ice cream in hot weather, don't they? But yeah, we're currently 8 miles from Gazmo. And then we're heading to DGO, which is Domingo. And then we head to a Bilbao VOR. From there, it's on our route then, all the way along the Bay of Biscay over France before descending then into London Heathrow. We've still got an hour and 38 minutes left to run. So yeah, my flight seems about 20 seconds behind real world time, 15 seconds actually, not bad. So an hour and 38 from now, so estimated flight time is going to be just a little bit, basically from now, not long, hour and 38. I'll just add it actually, let's just add it. One hour and 38 is not. Actually, it's what it's just to do. 50 minutes. 50 minutes to hours. Actually, 50 minutes. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. 50 plus 1 hour 50. Yeah, it's one of those things you don't work on a calculator. We're looking at about 2.5 hour flight time then, I think. Yeah, not bad. Everything's all set up for landing. ATC down in Heathrow is looking nice. Still full ATC on London Centre, but however, they have now been online for 1 hour. So we'll have to wait and see if that keeps up. They might start to come offline in a little bit. Hopefully it keeps up. That's what I'll be hoping anyway. Would be nice. If we could keep up with that ATC and things, wouldn't it? Be lovely. Yeah, I would like to do a transatlantic flight in the 777 at some point. If I get the chance to. That'd be great fun. There's some nice long hauls you can do in the 777, so maybe you can do that for 100 subs. Sometimes it needs to be a bit more special. I'm definitely do a special video for 100k as well. If anyone wants to suggest anything, sure. Yeah, not bad. There's still 71 controllers online on Vatsim, so come on, we need more. More controllers, please. More ATC. I want ATC over France. However, that doesn't happen. weirdly, that American Airlines we saw in Gibraltar is still on the ground. How did they manage that? It's been on the ground for a long time. Who knows, honestly? Who knows? I'm wondering if a 767 even works in Gibraltar. I mean, does it? Can you get a 767 in Gibraltar? Really? I mean, maybe. I guess you can. What's the minimum runway length? Let's look it up. It's 5,800 feet. Remember, so minimum runway length 767. It is what? It's 9,000 feet. Interesting. Just shy. At maximum takeoff weight, it needs 9,000 foot of runway. Oh my! We've got someone dabbing in the chat. Interesting. Very interesting. Here you go. Minimum takeoff run of 6,000 foot. At minimum takeoff weight, 6,000 feet. So that means it shouldn't be at Gibraltar because it's 5,800 feet. So yeah. Using that logic, that 767 is not going to be taken off successfully. But who knows? Honestly, who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it will take off successfully. I somehow doubt it. Oh, we've got a little bit of weather on our weather radar off to the left. It looks okay though. It's not too bad weather. We're not even going that near it either, so it's okay. It's all right for us. Yeah, we're closing on the Bilbao VOR, then we'll be heading over to sea for a little bit. This is one of my favourite parts of the world in flights, in this area of Bilbao. There's some lovely airports and things. Actually, I would like to fly into Oviedo at some point, maybe we can do that in the near future. As I said, next week I would like to try and do, out of the 3 streams we're doing, I'd like to do 2 of them in the 777 at least, to get you guys used to the 777. Maybe we'll do a bit of an unusual week where we fly the Dash 8 as well. Should we do that? A flight in the Dash 8 and a flight in the 777? Maybe? The smallest plane I own and the biggest plane I own. Because I believe the 777 is bigger than the 787, yes? In fact, yeah, I think it is, definitely, because according to Fly UK, the 787 is what they call there's a ranking system in the airline. And it's a Class B aircraft, the 787. However, the 777 is a Class A aircraft, so you need to be a better ranked pilot. I'm already a Class A pilot with Fly UK. I'm actually approaching an ATP, I think. Yeah, in just 69 hours and 44 minutes, I will actually be an ATP First Officer, which is above Class A, which is really cool. Actually, I think that's really cool. Yeah, I would like to do. I think we'll do some cargo flying in the 777, and we'll do maybe something in the 78. Maybe something in. I don't know. I've got so many planes now. You know, I've got a lot of choice. And there doesn't appear to be any events unfortunately, next week. I mean, because now it's getting to that point where anything that it says on Vatsim events page is basically final now, because it's only a week's time, you know, so there's not long left. Also, I'm just going to look quickly. I've always noticed in YouTube Studio that my streams are 360p. I'm just checking they're not 360p. Because it's only good. They're not always 360p. You know? It's only for some reason on the YouTube Studio. That's okay then. I just wanted to make sure it's not always 360p, basically. Making sure. Ryanair's posted on Unicom, Ryanair 174, IFR2 Gatwick as filled. Interesting. I was watching Flights in Best, actually. Honestly, it made me laugh so much. There was this guy flying in Dubai, and he got handed off by the ground controller to Unicom. And the guy on Dubai he was streaming it, and the guy came back onto the frequency and went, there is no response from Unicom, there is no controller on Unicom. And it was just like, oh my God, I burst out laughing when I watched that. It was just like, wow. They thought there was a controller on Vatsim Unicom. It'd be cool, I'd love to have full-time ATC, but it's not Pilot Edge. I mean, I would love to go on Pilot Edge, but I looked at the price, and it's like $200, you know? I'll have a look now at it. I think it's about $200, and I'm just like, no. I'm not paying that much. No chance. Well, if you think I'm paying that much, I mean, it's because it's professional ATC, that's why. But yeah, it's very expensive. If you want annual, combined, which is the whole of the US, most of the US, it's $330. $330. It's just like, wow. It's nuts. It's pretty nuts. Yeah, I found that very interesting. We're actually approaching Bilbao's Villanueva. We're past an hour into the flight already. It's gone pretty quickly. There's Bilbao. I don't have any scenery to Bilbao because last time I flew in, I didn't have the whole policy that I have now of trying to get scenery, because I've learned trying to get scenery is very important. If you can get scenery, I'd advise it. Because it is very, it's a good idea to have scenery because of how FSX is. There are some out-of-date airports and things, and getting scenery for them is very important. Now I am hoping that I'm going to have maybe quite a bit of ATC when we do the flight over to Leeds Bradford and back at Heathrow. Now, there's plenty of controllers. They've still got full ATC, London South Centre and Heathrow approach. So at the moment it's all good. However, one of the London South Centres is disconnected, so the others may follow. Also, my mic just fell off then, so there was a slight change in audio and it sounded a bit weird for a little bit, that's why. And my mic is starting to be a bit old. And, oh, where's map packs? That's where you start the stars in Bilbao. That nice little arced approach they have. Providing they didn't change it in the latest Air Act. Hopefully they didn't. It's going to be one of my favourite stars, I think, Bilbao. Bilbao is a lovely airport to fly into, I think. Okay, it's nice tailwinds at the moment, look at that. Doing pretty good on the tailwinds today, actually, you know. Pretty lucky. landing speed is now 139 knots. That's a little bit more reasonable. Obviously, everything's all plugged in and ready to go for arrival. Yeah, 7 miles to Mapax, gonna be a little right turn after Nenem, which is another waypoint I recognise from Bilbao. Over the sea now, the Bay of Biscay, I believe it's called, I want to say. Is it called that? It better be called that, because I've been calling it that for ages. Yeah, it is! How did I know that? But yeah, it is. Nice. I know stuff. Nice, yeah, this whole bit of this thing is nice. It's quite nice outside, I think. There's the landing lot. There's the landing gear. Oh, okay. VatSpy's run out of data again. I don't know. VatSpy's been like this It's been like this lately. Hopefully, as long as some of this ATC stays online, I would love to have London Centre as well as Approach online. I'm going to pre-tune London Centre now. Oh, I can't do that because it's a mentoring centre. That has the wrong centre. It's because it's a mentoring centre. It doesn't have a frequency. It's 199.998, which is what it gives to every frequency. It doesn't know what it is. That's just what it defaults to. That's like the default. So we'll ignore that. We've got a little bit of weather on our weather radar. It's only green, so we don't have to avoid it. It's looking alright. I don't see any weather, but it is actually about 60 miles away, so it's quite far away from where we are now. We're down to just 6 pages of route now. We had like 8, was it when we took off? 8 or 9? We're going to be descending, remember, down to 340 at Turpo. That's still quite a ways away, though. Descending in at 350 miles, so we've still got plenty of time left to run, about 45 minutes up here, and then we'll be down from 340 down to London. Once we're down at 340, I will actually look at... Actually, let's just do it now. Make sure our descent distance is safe, so 500, take away 353, 147 miles out from Heathrow we'll be descending. That is a little bit far out, but obviously there is a restriction. We have to be at 13,000 feet at Hazel and then 7,000 feet at Alcan. That's the reason for that. It is a very complex descent path into London Heathrow. We're down to 63 controllers now, so there's constantly less and less controllers, unfortunately. I'm just watching all the controllers disconnect. Luckily, so far, the ones in the UK haven't gone yet, but yeah, 63 controllers, and it was like 70 when we took off. The American, oh my word, there's 2 American planes on the ground in Gibraltar now. One's a 737, that's wise. The other one that we saw, which is a 767, it's been on like an hour and 10 minutes and it hasn't taken off. I just don't get that. It almost confuses me. Like, how can you be online for that long and somehow not have taken off? Like, an hour and 10 minutes is even if you're doing a cold and dark setup, it shouldn't take any longer than 40 minutes. You know, an hour and 10 minutes is a lot. Unless, that's the only thing I can think of is they connect to Vatsim and then do all their flight planning afterwards. If you did that, in fact, there you go, it's just taken off. My word, they managed to get a 767 out of Gibraltar. I'm not I'm questioning how, but okay. Okay. Why not? We can tell what breaks 2 actually for Heathrow. I might as well set that now. It's quite a long runway. I like what breaks 2 though. So we're heading back round now to our current heading. There we go. Everything's all ready for landing now. I've just got to hope that ATC stays put. Hopefully they do. Hopefully that ATC will stay there, but they've been on like an hour and 40 minutes now, London South Centre. Because London West Centre don't cover us, so that's irrelevant. And the other one's Scottish Centre, so again, irrelevant. So I'll have to wait and see really what comes of it. But as long as London South stays online, it'll be okay. But they're the ones that have been online the longest, an hour and 40 minutes. And they only tend to stay online for 2 hours. So by the time I get down there, might be nothing. Hopefully Heathrow approach will still be there. Actually, let's grab the 80s quickly. Information Delta at the moment. Landing runway 09 left. Yeah? They're back to dual runway ops actually, Heathrow. Yeah, runway 09 left. Transition level 7,000. Wind 090 at 9 knots. Variable between 050 and 110. Degrees, visibility 10 kilometers or more. No cloud detected. Temperature +31. Temperature, yeah, that's 31 degrees. QNH 1014. Start and taxi contact direct at 119.75. Pilots are reminded read back of ATC instructions is mandatory. Pilots are to exercise caution when removing in runway holding areas as winter clearance is not assured. Acknowledge receipt of information data and report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow. Okay, fine. Fine. So yeah, QNH 1014. Oh my word, 31 degrees. It's so warm. I'm sweating thinking about it. But yeah, it's going to be a runway 09. Perfect winds for it. And QNH 1014. So pretty much standard pressure, the QNH, which is, I guess, fine. It's not going to mess up our descent, I guess, in that sense, is it? It's not going to change that. In terms of planes arriving. We've still got the plane from Mexico that's currently 4 minutes ahead of us. Apart from that, it's all free. So we're gonna, yeah, there will be a plane from Mexico, quite close to a Speedbird 242. It is a 787-9. Interesting. Very interesting. There's 64 controllers now, so it went up by 1, and that 1 is actually another London South Centre, yes! Let's go. So we've got some London South Centre have just connected, and we should get them then, London South, because they've just come online now. They'll probably be online for about 2 hours, and we're due in an hour. An hour and 6 minutes we're due into Heathrow. Nice! Leading to an overall flight time of an hour and 2 hours and 19 minutes. That sounds absolutely fine. Lovely. We're currently over the Bay of Biscay still. Going to make a little right turn after Dessab, and we'll be heading over to Nantes from there, and Rennes, Jersey. Okay. Not bad. I'll do a quick checklist on the descent, because I'm pretty sure I've already done all this. Yeah, I have. Minimums and approach speed and landing altitude, which is 100 feet. I've already pre-tuned in all the necessary frequencies as well, so well ahead of ourselves today. I'm in range of London West Centre at the moment. Just now, I'm not in range of anything else. London West Centre, I guess, is the one with the longest range. And the London South Centre that just connected. Immediately they went offline, so maybe we'll get some ATC, who knows. We'll have to wait and see. I'll wait and see until I'm in range of them, and I'll be able to maybe request controller info, and it might tell me how long they've got left until they disconnect. We'll wait and see. In fact, I think they have come back online. Yeah, London South, they have just come back online. 129.42, pre-tune them there. Excellent, and yeah, the spiking, there has been a little spiking controllers on the network. It's starting to go up again, however, none of that is related to us apart from London. Estimated log-off time is not known. They're actually on Twitch. Has control. It's kind of nice. Maybe that'll end up featuring in flights in best. In fact, I might open it up now. I'll make sure it's muted. Yeah, controlling London South Centre, that's nice. I can see the controller controlling me then if I get there. That'll be interesting. It's cool that. Oh, rip. Almost, I paused the game a bit then. That's nice. Got a Twitch stream with controlling us. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. So we continue on our route. We've got 430 miles left to run. So yeah, we have tuned up those miles. We've flown 585 miles. So it does actually go very quickly. The miles that these planes fly. It's a lot of miles. I mean, I've now spent 814 hours on FSX. It's going up all the time. Maybe a little too much. Definitely a little too much, let's say that. I've got a little bit of weather on our weather radar, but again, it's only green and it's very small, so I've got no issues there. That'll probably get out of the way by the time we get there anyway. It normally does that sort of little minor sort of weather. Minor weather is generally okay. So, yeah, it's all fine. All fine, all fine. And hopefully, yeah, we will get some full ATC into London. It would be very nice if we could. Obviously, with Heathrow approach online as well. No Heathrow Tower or anything like that, but it's approach, so it's fine. Got my pen and paper ready for score codes and the like. Obviously, always good to have pen and paper when you're doing flights, and then, in my case, a notepad and paper. Very, very important. That very, very important. Apparently Vatsim also do like templates and things for like oceanic crossings. I was watching a video last night, so I might give that a try. See if that's got. I'll have a look now to see if they've actually got.
Oceanic procedure.
I might not say it anywhere. Yeah, they've got one. Here, Vatsim radio operations sheet, and they've got it there. That's nice. I'll have to give that a save. Yeah, I'll download that. That's important. That's nice. download that then. Yeah, that's useful. Yeah, Transatlantic Radio Operations Check Sheet by Vatsim. Get that download. There we go. But yeah, I would love to do some more transatlantic flights with some ATC, but events that do transatlantic, they're quite rare. What's a really big shame. They're doing an event from Heathrow to what's it called? Heathrow to Miami, and I would have loved to take part in that, but it's unfortunately I can't make it, so it's a little bit of a shame. But you know, that's how it is. I'm actually following the events and things on here. It's really cool. There's an event booking, but yeah. But yeah, unfortunately it's on a day I can't make. If I could have done it, I would have definitely done that. It's a nice, like, 9-hour flight, but oh well. We're going to make a right turn after Dessau here. We're coming up, I can see Turpo there, which is obviously where we're descending. I believe anyway. Is it where we're descending down to 340? Yes. So down to 340 at Turpo because of some wind, I think. It must be wind, looking at what's given. I'll look at the wind report. It's all headwinds, really. It doesn't really matter. However, I think the wind is a little bit stronger, maybe. It's more of a tailwind. The direction is a little better, so maybe that's what it is. But apparently it's saying just 3 minutes. So I'm not arguing with that. I'm not arguing with 3 minutes of time saved. It's not a restriction, because I'm looking now. There's no restriction on the airway at all. So who knows? But yeah, whatever it is, it's not a restriction. That's important to mention. There is no restriction. In fact, it's actually on the same airway, is it? No, it is a different airway. But there's no restriction that will cause it. Max restriction on all these airways is flight level 500. So not bad. You'd never really want to go that high anyway. Both of the American planes have got in the air from Gibraltar, including the 767. As I said, I have no idea how on earth you get a 767 out of Gibraltar. I mean, according to the minimum runway requirements, you can't get a 767 out of Gibraltar, but obviously they managed it. I mean, did they fit afterburners or something? Who knows? Who knows? Now, Heathrow Approach has been online for 1 hour and 15 minutes now, but even if they go offline, we have got London South Centre, so it's still something. Yeah, it's all looking very nice outside and inside and everywhere. Had 25 playbacks today, so that's not bad. 25 clicks on my stream. I'm delighted with that. I do love it when people click on the streams, because it's like, you know, it shows they've actually, you know, they've seen it on their recommended or whatever, and they've actually clicked on it. They've spent a little bit of time watching it. It's nice. I think it's really nice. But after Mocourt, it's just 20 miles to Turpo, and that's where we're going to be descending. I'm actually going to have a look at our arrival into Heathrow. Surprisingly, we haven't actually done that yet. I've looked at the restrictions, but I haven't done anything else, weirdly enough. So we're heading to Roxog, past a few waypoints, which looks all good. Amtold and Begto. And then we head to Hazel, but we need to be at flight level 130. And then we head into LLS 01 and then into Orc, where we need to be at 220 knots. From there, we'll probably get vectors to the ILS if approach are online. If not, we're just going to follow this procedure. I should imagine that's what normally happens. Luckily, I have done this. This OC transition is probably my most common at Heathrow because of the direction a lot of my flights go in. It's where I end up, basically, in Heathrow. In terms of arrival conditions, QNH 1014, they haven't actually had any new weather since I last checked because the weather had only just come out. So there'll be some new weather in about 10 minutes for Heathrow, but at the moment, yeah, runway 09 is still clearly the main runway for today. Going very quickly, it's nice. Appears Vatsim had some more errors with data being out of date. Nice. Typical. Okay, there's been some new data now. 67 controllers, so the amount of controllers is going up. That's kind of nice. Shame there's been no Euro control though. That's the only shame. It would be nice if we could have some Euro control or something like that, you know? I'd always appreciate it, but so for some reason Euro control just has not been that active lately. A lot of waypoints up here. There's in 80 miles time, Turpo, where of course we are descending down to 340 before finally getting down to landing altitude at Heathrow now. In terms of descent altitude, I'm going to set 13,000 because that's what they're probably going to tell me to descend to. I'm expecting them to give me flight level 130 level by Hazel. Looking at the charts, there's no other thing. Apparently during periods of congestion we could expect the ONC 1 Zulu, but obviously that's not a thing right now. It's not busy, it's Vatsim. And everything else is all looking fine. Do not proceed beyond Ockham without ATC clearance. Obviously that is all normal. Everything is all good. Everything's all as I expected, all fine. We're going to go down to 250 knots at LLS 01, but that's pretty much fine anyway. Yes, I mean, we should be handed off to London Control around Roxog, I should think. Somewhere around there. I'm looking at my... Actually, I don't know why I'm bothered looking at that. It's a lot easier to just go on to SimBrief and have a look at the FIRs. It's a lot easier way than staring at a chart forever. Bullrow. Yes, I see it on the chart now. Bullrow is where we enter airspace, which is just before the start of our star. So we're going to be absolutely fine. We're going to get London South Centre before the start of our star. However, we will obviously already be descending by then, I should expect. So it's not like that. But yeah, nice. We're going to have some ATC hopefully then. Nice full lot, if we're lucky. Just got to make sure all of it stays online now, obviously, you know. I will keep looking at it. But obviously the Heathrow approach has been online for an hour and 20 minutes now, so they might be offline by the time we get there. Obviously, my hope is they're not. I mean, we're only descending in 20 minutes from now, 24 minutes till descent, so flight's gone pretty quickly, I think. It's gone very quickly. One of the longest flights I have actually done on stream for quite a while outside of events. Just normal regular streams. Normally they don't exceed 2 hours and 10 minutes, but this one's 2 hours and 25. So, a little bit of a long one. It's good fun though. I do like flying to Heathrow. It's a lovely airport. Heathrow and Gatwick, both really lovely airports to fly in and out of. The controller count on Vatsim is starting to go up again now, which is nice. We are approaching 3 o'clock Zulu, so if any controllers were to go offline, I wouldn't expect them to go offline that now. Or at half past they could, I guess. We're waiting to... There might be some new weather through for Heathrow. No, not yet. It'll be... I suspect about 5 minutes we should get some new weather for Heathrow. And that'll probably be, actually no, it won't be our landing weather, we'll probably get 2:30. That'll probably be, no, the 2:20, yeah, the 2:20 will be our landing weather. But it'll be quite important. It'll be probably the information at Heathrow that we inform ATC about. Or maybe not, who knows. There's currently 68 controllers online on Vatsim, so it's going up and down a lot. At the moment though, it is still all good for us, which is nice. There's a military radar online, that's what it was. That's nuts, some military radars online covering military airfields apparently. That's absolutely insane. There's no estimated log-off time. Yeah, that's all good. Hopefully, if Heathrow... I'm in range of Gatwick approach now, so I should be in range of Heathrow approach in the next few minutes. Got a few waypoints, very quick succession here. And there's Turpo, so it'll be down to flight level 340. I'm not going to bother putting in step plan because that just messes it up. Changing the cruise altitude is generally a better way to go about it. Just knock that down and it puts it in automatically. It's a lot easier. Make a left turn now past Mokor. And yeah, so we'll be making our descent about 20 miles down to 340, and then from there we'll probably only be at 340 for a brief amount of time before then fully descending. So once we reach Turpo, it'll only be about 140 miles until descent, so not long. So I don't exactly know what we're doing this brief little descent. There we go. I'm now in range of Heathrow approach, so I can view when they go online and offline exactly now, rather than relying on VATSPY, which is obviously not the most accurate, because it's always a little bit late. Heathrow, nothing new yet, unfortunately. We'll check the meta on VATSPY, because it's often quicker to update. 140 at 10. Whoa, the winds have changed dramatically. It's gone up to 32 degrees. QNH 1014. So it is still in favour of a 09, obviously, but I will have to watch the ATIS, because obviously the ATIS does have final decision over it, obviously because it's written by the ATC. Obviously the ATC can overturn the ATIS, but you know, generally the ATIS is what they stick to. They should. What is it, like active terminal information service or something? Is that what ATIS stands for? We'll request it now. Information Delta at the moment still, which is what we looked at earlier. So we're waiting for Information Echo. Right, 9 miles. And I think it's time to start our step descent now. So 340, it should put it in on the scratch pad down here. Or not. Right, execute that, and this thing should, there we go, it's just going to start a brief little, quite a small descent I should think. It's not normally that much of a descent, it's normally just a brief little down kind of thing. And there we go, brief little descent now down to 340. The plane's choosing to go very slow about it. I had self-loading cargo, it's definitely descending, wouldn't it? Because it'd be like, oh, start going down altitude. Because you can't. That's one thing I don't like about self-loading cargo is you can't tell it that you're going to step climb. So when you climb or descend, and it isn't proper descent, it does confuse it a little bit. I guess never mind. Like 1,000 feet to go. We've passed Turpos with perfect timing. Because this thing is choosing to be the absolute slowest at descending. I mean, you can just practically drop out of the sky. Yes, it's quite a gentle ride for the passengers. We'll set cruise altitude on there down to 34,000 now, so it can readjust the pressure as well. Doing a very slow little descent now. All fine, all good. And at the moment, yeah, Heathrow approach and London Centre are both online. So we'll be in range of London Centre at Bolrow, and we will have already started our descent then. Descent's in 135 miles, so about 15 minutes from now. There we go, we are now at 340, a little teeny descent, and there we go. Don't know why the reason for the descent, it's actually slowed us down slightly, so who knows. My mouse is lagging a little bit, because obviously we can only do Mach 7.6 compared to Mach 7, no, Mach 7.7, no, Mach 7. Mach decimal 7.7 rather than Mach decimal 7.8, and we have slowed down a touch. We are getting a very nice tailwind, so I'll give it that. Maybe that's the reasoning. Now I'm expecting we should have the new weather through on Heathrow now. Not in active sky, we don't. However, the ATIS might be a different story. It looks like Gatwick approach has come offline. That means it might be a little bit busy for us, unfortunately. Information echo now. Arrival runway 09 left. Wind 140 at 10 knots. Temperatures 32. QNH 1014. Contact direct at 119725. I don't know what that's in there. Oh yeah. Contact Heathrow direct at 119.725 for start and taxi. Pilots are reminded. Yeah, it's all just standard stuff we see at the end of an ATIS call. So yeah, still runway 2, no, what am I on about? Still runway 09 left down in Heathrow, so no change of plans for us at the moment, which is good. Yeah, it looks like Gatwick approach has come offline. That will mean that it'll be a little bit busier on the frequency of London Centre, unfortunately. So Gatwick does have ground that it can at least accommodate a little bit, so it's not too bad. And yeah, they've been online an hour and a half Heathrow approach now. Hopefully they can stay online past the 2-hour mark, and it'll all be fine, but who knows, have to wait and see. Obviously I'm still a little bit until I even start descending, let alone think about contacting approach. Obviously London South Centre will get in contact with me first at Bolrow, I'm expecting. And so right after I've started my descent, pretty much. It'd be nice to have some ATC. I mean, like, it's not often we get it, really. Gibraltar's now quite quiet. Now all those planes have left. All the two American planes that are flying to Baku, including the 767. I'm not asking I mean, a 767, really? Like, it's nuts. I come out to the Ren VOR here. We're going to make a little left turn, and from there it's pretty much direct in terms of distance. Pretty much straight line to Bolro and Vauxhall. So that's all fine. It's nice how much ATC there is. There's London South and London West Centre online, which is really nice. There's a Parlo. It's starting to get even warmer in my room now, so that fan's earning its keep, I've got to say. It's warm. Very, very, very warm. Been on like an hour and 40 minutes now, so I've been in the air for quite a while. Yeah, and I'm starting to get a little too warm. Oh dear. I'm just gonna make my fan so it's like pointing directly at me and nowhere else. There we go. Hopefully that'll keep me nice and cool. Ah, that's better. Oh, what airline is that they're asking? This is Fly UK. They're asking Skyways. Oh, shoot. They're asking Skyways 4220, which is a interesting, I guess. That's nice. Also, I've just answered that now because I'm also a Fly UK, so yeah, it's a Home Connect actually, I think, but it's obviously part of Fly UK. They all have the same call sign and things. At the moment, Heathrow approach is still online, all of the ATC and things as well, so that's nice. Only 78 miles until top of descent now, so we should see it popping up on our little thing up there, our little flight path. Our ND. Yeah, ND. Where's that? Speedboat 40 Juliet Alpha. Where's that? So I'm having a look. It's not on the ground in Heathrow or anywhere. It's very nice, this plane. I can't have a bit of sea at the moment, so that's kind of nice. Oh, directing the fan at me is doing wonders. It's a bit colder now. Yay. Apologies if it is quite loud on my mic. I'll try not talking and I'll have a look at how loud it is. It's not too bad actually. It's not too loud, so hopefully over the desktop audio you can't even hear it, but because the desktop audio does actually is higher than that. It's obviously my voice is louder than the desktop audio, but yeah, cool. Right, top one to sound very soon. We're approaching Bolro in not much longer than 80 miles, which is where we're going to hopefully get some ETC. Heathrow approach is still online, which is nice. Hopefully, like, they don't go off. I'll have a look at now. Request controller info. They've got no estimated loss time. There is actually a pilot briefing. They've got on Vatsim UK's website, according to the controller. They've attached it in their remarks, so I'll give it a read. Just make sure there's nothing interesting there. Is there anything at all? Arrival procedures, there's nothing interesting. So if there's something that interesting there then, on the briefing. Okay, I can actually see all the planes that are flying out on the ground right now, so all the stand I'm planning on is all fine. Okay, perfect. I was interested in that. There we go. Okay, got a little plane on our TCAS. Where's that? Who with that? I don't really see any planes that could be. It could be Condor Flight 2234 at 32,000 feet. I think it is, yeah, 32,000 feet. I'll have to watch that one. Actually, no, it's past our descent. It's before we'd have to descend, so it's fine. So we might have to watch it, but we're going to be okay. I'm not going to see it. It's a 767 heavy, 767-400 actually, flying to Las Americas from Frankfurt. Okay, interesting, very interesting. Okay, right, we have information echo from Heathrow. Yep, information echo. So we might actually be information ABC the EF. It might be information Foxtrot by the time we get down there. Vatspy's got more issues with out of date data. Oh, never mind, it hasn't. It did it fine that time. Approaching Rev 2, and then shortly after that our descent, and there's Bolro in just 60 miles time, which is of course where we start coverage with London South Centre, hopefully. We're going to probably give them a squawk code of some kind, so I'll get my pen and paper ready for that. Pen and paper, very important. In fact, I'm already going to write down on it information echo. Let's make sure I know. So give me information echo. We're expecting an ILS of 09 left, yeah, until otherwise noted by ATC. Obviously we may be given something a bit different, but for now, that's what it's going to be. Okay, perfecto. There's a GeForce update ready, that's not relevant. Graphics card, I'll do that after my stream. Oi. It wouldn't go away then. It didn't want to go away. Interesting. Quite nice out there. We should be descending in about 30 miles. We should see the Condor just under us. However, it doesn't appear to have a jet trail. Oh, there it is. It does have a jet trail. There it is. Condor. There we go. That's cool, isn't it? That's perfect timing. That is absolutely perfect timing. It's going to fly past me just as I fly. It's cool when that happens on Vatsim, I think. I got a little screenshot. Whee! Yeah, that should be a pretty decent screenshot. I've taken a few there of the Condor beneath those. That's really cool. I love it when that happens on Vatsim. It is really nice. London West Centre is now offline, obviously, but that's not relevant to us. At all. There's currently 7 planes on the ground in Heathrow, so it is its usual busy south. Approach is still online at the moment, but they've only got 20 minutes until they hit 2 hours, so I have to see, because I'm not planning on landing for another half hour yet, so who knows. We're descending in 23 miles from flight level 340 where we are now. We're descending in about 20 miles. After we pass Rev 2, I'll set 13,000 in the altitude thing, the MCP, just to make sure it is all set and ready. Make sure my mic's okay as well. Perfect, yeah. I don't know, my mic does sound really good actually, it's quite good. It's not not bugging out, which is nice. And cool, yeah, so we are now doing pretty good. London South Centre is still online. So that's nice. 8 miles to Rev 2. We'll plug it down to 13,000 and this thing will just start the descent by itself when it needs to then. I'm expecting a contact me from London Control pretty soon. We'll put this down to 40 nautical mile range now as well, as we're getting closer to London with all its waypoints and everything, and our stars and our SIDS and everything else. There's no SIDS obviously, I'm just saying that, but yeah. So 10 miles until top of descent now, we can see there. So we're going to start descending in a moment via the Vauxhall 1 Hotel RNAV arrival. So I'll bring that up on my charts, ready to go. So yeah, we are all ready to go then for our descent, which will be happening shortly. Just 23 miles from Bull Road. Once we go over to London South Centre, I am going to pre-tune approach. In fact, another approach controller just came online in like a holding one, because it says in brackets like 1. So they're, yeah, so by the looks of it, one controller might be going offline and then another one's going to be joining the frequency, which is quite nice. The control is 119725, so I'll be going over to that once we get the contact me from London South, which I'm expecting at Bolrow in around about 19 miles time, but they can be late sometimes. London Centre, it's not uncommon for that to happen. We'll wait and see what we get. But it's nice that ATC are online, yeah, and there is a controller in the holding, I think. And there is our descent, guys. This plane's now going to start descending at a pretty average sort of altitude, I should think. Average sort of foot per minute descent, and there we go. Down we go into London Heathrow Airport. Looks nice, and there we go. Yeah, we've already descended 1,000 feet, and off we go. Down to 13,000. I should think is what we'll expect by ATC level by Hazel. But again, we'll wait and see what we get, I guess. And there you go, yeah, the London approach just went offline. Heathrow approach, and then the new control will probably take control then, so that's really nice. You know, one controller out, next one in. Nice. So not bad, stands 13,000, which is what I think ATC will give me that, hopefully. We might get a new ATIS now. There's been a new controller. There will actually be some new weather through for Heathrow in about 10 minutes time, and that will probably be the weather we use for our arrival. We're approaching Bolrow, so I'm expecting, as I said, I'm expecting an ATC nothing. Oh, Skytrack is also going to ask us to... No, I messed up my thing. I messed up what I'd pre-tuned. 12942. We'll do it on COM 2. It's easier. I don't know why I didn't do that before. 134.6. Skytrack should be happy. There we go. And we've now got the contact me from London South. 129.42.
Lufthansa 146, correct.
And we'll also...
Scandinavian 108,
119.
range touchdown is 25 miles. Descend to altitude 5,000 feet,
Okay.
QNH 1014.
5,000 feet, 1014. Scandinavian 108.
Thomas Cook 7871, route direct Welling.
Direct Welling, Thomas Cook 7871.
Hello London Control, Skyways 234 with you passing flight level 290 on the Vauxhall 1 Hotel arrival.
Skyways 234, London Control, hello, Squawk 7273.
Squawk 7273 for Skyways 234. 7273 on the Squawk, so up to 7 you go, 72...
403, request silence 1.
There we go, 7273.
Uber 304, route direct Sitet to climb flight level 250.
Confirm Civil and flight level 2704, so 304.
Your flight plan route doesn't have Zidil on it. It says you're going via Sitet, but that does seem a bit weird for Paris. Could you send me the route you're taking, please?
So 304, so about that, you mean direct to City?
Well, I did say Sitet, yes, but you just said Zidil. Zidil isn't on your route. So could you just send me the route that you're following, just so I can double check it?
So people are a bit confused about what to do there.
Scandinavian 108, descend to altitude 4,000 feet. When established on the localizer, runway 08 right, descend on the glide path.
1,000 feet and descend on the glide. Scandinavian 108.
So with 304,
Yeah.
Roger, in that case, route direct Sitet.
Hopefully we'll be given a direct.
304, direct to City.
Hopefully we'll be given a direct by ATC. Or at least like they haven't actually said I'm identified yet, but I should be. But yeah, Heathrow approach 119.72. That's already been pre-tuned there.
So with 42 Juliet Alpha, climb to altitude 4,000 feet, turn left heading 270 degrees.
Left turn at 270 degrees and up to 4,042 Juliet Alpha.
Thomas Cook 7871, nothing further for you now. Monitor Unicom 122.
It's nice to got some ATC today then.
Unicom 122 just flight, Thomas Cook 7812, good afternoon. Bye.
They're talking quickly.
Skyways 234, descend flight level 130, level by Hazel.
Flight level 130 level by Hazel for Skyways 234. Right, that's already what we had planned. I already know we're going down to 130 at Hazel, so I don't need to change anything there. Also, I did predict what ATC are going to say, so all fine. Passing through flight level 250, so we've got another 12,000
Well,
feet at least.
229, London Control, hello.
Pass.
Squawk ident, climb now, flight level 290.
It's nice we've got some nice ATC online. It's, you know, we didn't have any for the
Well,
rest,
229,
rest of the
unreadable.
flight, so
Squawk ident,
it's good to
climb
have
now,
some.
flight level 290.
Squawk ident, climbing flight level 290.
they're quite quiet. There's a lot of pilots actually on the
Two bit
frequency that are
42
very
Juliet
quiet.
Alpha, London QNH is 1014.
Actually, I'll set 1014 as well because that's what I'm going to be setting. Okay, preset that because I'm going to be going over to QNH 1014
Scandinavian 108 on the glide.
in a minute.
Scandinavian 108, continue approach, runway 08 right, wind 110 degrees, 7 knots.
Continue approach, Scandinavian 108.
Scuba 326, turn
Winds
right, heading
are all looking good
265.
for Heathrow at the moment. It's looking like we haven't actually got information.
Scuba 42 Juliet Alpha,
yet.
report you're heading to Heathrow
So it's
Director,
all fine.
119.725, bye bye.
119.75, report heading. Scuba 42 Juliet Alpha, see ya.
Lufthansa 146.
Yeah, it's quite busy here on the frequency.
Push and start, stand 23.
Lufthansa 146, push and start approved, face west, QNH 1014.
We'll probably be handed off to
Lufthansa 146, push and start approved, phase 1.
Already handed off to London, no, to Heathrow Director
London
around
Center, this
Hazel,
is Air Canada
I should think.
319 requesting for push and start, parked at gate 109.
Air Canada 319er. Sorry, say again?
Requesting Air Canada 319 requesting for push and start, parked at gate 109 of London Gatwick Airport.
Looks quite nice outside.
Air Canada
Quite a busy
319
frequency
push
outside.
and start approved, face west, QNH 1014.
Face west, QNH 1014, Air Canada 319er.
London, good day to you. Qantas 9 descending now, flight level 180.
Qantas 9?
Towards Ropno, and we're
Wonder where they're
expecting an
heading
Alessa 1 hotel for Heathrow.
Qantas 9, Roger, still got no flight plan for you, I'm afraid.
Alright, I'll try again.
Scandinavian 1008,
They're not
runway
flying,
08
they're not,
right,
that
clear to
Qantas 9
land,
aren't
surface wind
flying.
130 degrees, 7
They're not filing flight plans for some reason. Error. Right, 7,000 feet to 13,000, so got a little bit left to run.
Speedbird 502 Papa London Control, hello, squawk ident, climb now, flight level 120.
And we should have not too long left to go to Heathrow. It's 85 miles, it's saying dragged it quite. Oh yeah, we are going a little quick. So I'll throw that in now. Let ourselves slow down just a little bit. There's no speed restrictions until LS01, so we should be okay, but yeah.
Blackadder 30, London Control, hello.
That's a good call sign.
Squawk 6002.
Squawk 6002, we're PA28, routing from shore on VFR 1,400 feet on QNH 1014, requesting zone transit south.
That's great. Anyway, right down to 18,000 right now, we're passing, and we're slowing down.
Blackadder
pretty good now.
30, Roger. Basic service, squawk 6002, Gatwick QNH 1014.
Basic service outside, squawk 6002, QNH 1014, Blackadder 30.
Ryanair 30 Yankee, via Juliet 1, line up runway 08 right.
That's at,
Juliet,
line up down runway 08 Gatwick,
right,
that is. We're using the runway 08s today. Interesting.
Qantas 9, still no flight plan for you, I'm afraid, so I'll just make something up. If you could report your aircraft type and squawk for me 0345.
We're Boeing 787-9, and just to say the squawk again for Qantas 9.
Qantas 9, squawk 0345.
0345, Qantas 9.
Okay, yeah, so down to 13,000, not long left to run. We haven't received any ATC clearance lower than that.
Standby, Blackadder 30, please request clearance before entering controlled airspace in future. You have now entered controlled airspace. Radar control, report Gatwick in sight.
I'm very sorry, we'll do that in the future. We have the field inside Gatwick, Blackadder 30.
Blackadder 30, Roger. Remain south of the airfield at all times. Traffic information is Ryanair 737 departing runway 08 right with a left-hand turnout.
Right, down to 20 nautical miles now. There's some VFR traffic in the Gatwick area that's causing some
Ryanair 30
problems.
Yankee, runway 08 right, clear takeoff, wind 130 degrees, 7 knots.
Clear for takeoff runway 08
and
right,
we're looking at being perfect for flight level 130
108, second right
by
Juliet,
Hazel.
stand 22.
So there's Hazel, flight level 130.
Speedbird 502 Papa, climb
By
flight
then
level
should be okay.
370.
We'll go over to Heathrow approach.
370,
after that, should be all good.
Qantas 9er, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Qantas 9er.
Skyways 234, descend flight level 80.
Descend flight level 80, Skyways 234.
Speedbird 326, 23 miles from touchdown, runway 08 right, descend to altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Inbound tab C.
What's going on there?
Good afternoon.
Channel 601, hello, squawk 7706.
We're going to delete the restriction at Hazel now. because we were just told we
Blackadder
can...
30 behind the
cleared
departing Ryanair 737,
down
cleared to cross
8,000.
via the runway 08 right threshold, not below altitude 1,000 feet, report north side.
Right, so throughout the...
departing Ryanair 737, cleared to cross via
Come on,
the
speed
08 right
brakes.
threshold, report
Slow
north side,
ourselves.
not above, pushing not below 1,000.
Down a little bit.
Blackadder 30.
Channel 601, can I need flight deck for 5 to 10 minutes, please?
Channel 601 approved, report back.
There you go, thank you very much.
Blackadder 30, caution weight turbulence, recommended distance is 5 miles.
Right, there we go. We're slowing ourselves down now.
5 miles.
Just making sure we can
altitude
regain
9, climb flight level
our
390.
sort of path. We've missed out a little bit. We can turn on the seatbelt signs now, actually. Get everyone back there to sit down.
BC is not shuttle 31, although we are in stand 107.
Doing a bit of a quick descent here to try and catch back up after I change that restriction in Hazel.
North Shuttle 381 Papa standby, your number 1 for clearance. Brake Skyways 234, contact Heathrow Director 119.725, bye bye.
Heathrow Director 119.725, thanks for ATC for Skyways 234.
Ryanair 30 Yankee, climb now, flight level.
Hello, Heathrow Director, Skyways 234 with you, passing flight level 120 for flight level 080 on the Roxlog 1 Hotel arrival.
Skyways 234, Heathrow, turn left heading 360 degrees, it's runway 09 right, the information is Foxtrot.
Information Foxtrot, runway 09 right and left heading 360 for Skyways 234.
Skyways 234, correct, descent flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Skyways 234. Right, down to 070 now. We have been given... I'll take control vertically now of the aircraft. We can go straight down to 240 knots now. I want to take control of the aircraft vertically. He's given us ILS 9 right, so I need to change that, even though that's not what it says in the information. It's what we've been given now. We're probably going to use no transition, I should think. I'm going to go direct to the ILS. There you go, that's what he's giving us, yeah. So I'll manage the descent by myself now. So yeah, ILS 9 right we're being given.
Direct Qantas 9.
ILS 9 Heathrow, hello to you, runway 09 right, information is Foxtrot, descent
Guys, ask me again what airline is Skyways, it's Fly UK.
70, expecting runway 09 right, Qantas 9.
Let's 10,000 feet.
Juliet Alpha, turn left heading 180 degrees, descent of altitude 3,000 feet.
I'm going to maintain a nice steady 1,500 feet per minute now.
234, runway 09 right, 32 miles, descent of altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descend 4,000 feet, QNH 1014, Skyways 234.
Qantas 9, leave begin, heading 270
I'm going to
degrees.
slow myself down to 230 knots now.
Leave begin, heading 270
down to
degrees.
4,000 we've been cleared.
Qantas 9.
I want to plug that in, there we go. I want to be at 4,000 a little bit earlier than that, so let's get 1,700 feet per minute on the go. And that should get us to 4,000 safely in time for the ILS. I'll stick with a 20 nautical mile range just so I can monitor it. Yeah, it's Fly UK. Right, slowing down now, pretty good to 230 knots at 1,700 feet per minute. We're catching up on our path slightly, but that path is kind of irrelevant now because of how we're going direct.
Leave 42 Juliet Alpha, turn left heading 115 when established, localizer 09
so
left,
he has actually cut us out a little bit of time there.
115 and when established,
the frequency is 109.5. So I'll tune that. Course is still 090. I will just pick up the new chart. The
391 Heathrow Director, descent flight level 80, runway 09 right, the information is Foxtrot.
There we go. What on earth is that sound in the background?
Viva 391, descent flight level 80, expect 09 right, the information is Foxtrot.
There you go, I've gone on to the ILS now, so we're all good.
Level 880 and
what's 1,800 feet per minute now? And down to 220 knots now.
Viva 391 negative, expect runway 09 right.
I'll give it flaps 2.
Runway 09 right.
Now to help slow us down. Right, QNH 1014 is set now. And hopefully, yeah, this thing can just slow itself down now. If I go back to 1700 feet per minute, no, 1700 feet per minute, we'll slow ourselves down to 210 knots now. Because I always go, sometimes I have done this before, where I've gone too quickly into Heathrow. So I just want to level it off now. Or level it off at a basic 700 feet per minute, just to allow us to slow to 200 knots, and then I'll continue the descent from there. Right, down to 900 feet per minute now, which should be enough to keep us on the descent. Because we're only a little bit above 4,000 feet now, so we should be...
Good, 42 Juliet Alpha, runway 09 right, clear to land, surface wind 140 degrees, 10 knots.
Land right, clear to land, speed 42 Juliet Alpha.
That is 234, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
Descend 3,000 feet, Skyways 234. Right, we'll set heading to final approach course. Oh, rip. I totally forgot we were on a heading then, not following the path of the FMC. That's my own fault. Right, down to 200 knots. I can go flaps 5 from here. Actually, I could have gone flaps 5 a little bit earlier on. And then the orange
Carry
tells
234,
me...
turn right heading 060 degrees, when established localizer 09 right, descend ILS.
Right heading 060, when established on the ILS, descend via glide path, Skyways 234. Oh dear!
391, turn right heading 230 degrees,
we were a little
speed
bit...
220 knots.
We're a little bit too high.
Turn right heading 230 degrees.
We will on the approach now.
Speed 220 knots. Speed was 391.
And back to 1,000 feet per minute, down to 180 knots now. That will allow us to get flaps 10 active. And by the looks of it, we're all good actually on this current heading. There's the glide path, so we're pretty much bang on with it. I'll set 1,200 feet per minute. That should allow us to descend and slow pretty good. We've got pretty good control of it then. Could have been worse. Line lights are already on. Right, let's check our landing checklist. So, engine start switches into the continuous position, and it's just speed brake, flaps, landing gear, all that stuff. Speed brake can actually come in, and we will arm that, drop the gear a little bit later. There you go, we are now established on the localizer. We're just going to wait now for the glide slope, and then we will report established. Down to 170 knots now. It'll be 160 knots until 4 DME, I expect. Go around altitude here is 3,000. Okay, all good, all good, all good, all good. Okay, and we've caught up with our
391, runway 09 right with 30 miles, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Descent to flight level 4,000 feet and QNH 1014.
Speeds are okay. 1095 and 09.
Skyways 234, maintain speed 160 knots or greater until 4 DMA.
160 knots until 4 DME, and we're established on the ILS for Skyways 234.
Roger.
Okay.
Contest 9, runway 09 right, 30 miles, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Right, 160 knots up now
on the QNH 1014,
until 4 miles out, and then we'll drop the gear and get started.
Speed 391, turn right heading 250 degrees.
We're just waiting for the glide slope to pop up now, which is almost intercepted by the plane.
391, turn right heading 250 degrees.
And course and everything's all set and ready to go.
Sorry, can you repeat again, please?
Right heading 260 degrees now.
And 9 right will be
turn right heading 260 degrees. Speed
there you go.
391.
Glide slope's active.
Speed 42 Juliet Alpha, vacate left, taxi left on Alpha.
We can't go any further than flaps 10 because the plane will yell at us. But yeah. Oh, I need to manage the speed a little bit better. In fact, you know what? Let's take manual control from here and auto throttle. Actually, no, I don't want to take auto throttle control yet. I want it to maintain 160 knots, remember. And then once we're 4 miles out, that's when I'll take full control of the throttles. There's 2,500 feet. We'll drop the gear about 6 miles out.
Speedbird 42 Juliet Alpha, do you just want us to go to any stand via Alpha?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay, roger that.
Right, there's nothing on the runway now.
391, descent to altitude 3,000 feet, reduce speed 180 knots.
For the arrival. Well, being blown around a little bit.
Descend to flat level 3.
It's mostly a headwind, which is what we want, but there is a mild crosswind
Speed at 390.
going on as well.
Guys, 23409 right, clear land, wind 140 degrees, 10 knots.
Runway 09 right, clear to land, Skyways 234.
Speedbird 391, turn left heading 120
Right, drop the
degrees, when
gear.
established localizer 09 right, descend ILS.
We've been cleared to land. Drop the speed now to 137.
0 degrees to
Because we are now just about 4 miles out now.
9 right. Speed at 390.
I'm going to make a slight right turn because we're a little bit off course. I want to get back on the localizer. Right, flaps can go full now, and we can go ahead and disarm. The auto throttle as we're 4 miles out, and we don't need to adhere to any speed restrictions. I mean, I can have the runway in sight. Weirdly, the UK 2000 scenery glitch doesn't affect Heathrow. It's so odd. And I did check to make sure, because things like the UK 2000 Common Library had to be lower down in the list and things, and they are. I don't know, maybe next time we're flying to Gatwick it'll all have fixed itself, but I somehow doubt that. Minimums, I believe, is the same for 09 right, so we're okay. Because the course and things like that are all the same. Because runway heading's the same. Alright then. We are good. Just give it a little bit more power to help us maintain this.
Qantas 9, turn right heading 360
We've been clear to land, and we're all
Right heading 360 degrees, Qantas 9.
good to land and ready to go. So yeah, we'll land on 09 right, probably going to vacate on November 5, November 4, somewhere around there. All brakes are set, everything gear down, flaps full, spoilers are armed. No, they're not. I don't know how they're not armed. They were before.
altitude 3000
they are
feet,
now.
speed 180
And
knots.
landing lights are all on. Engine to continuous.
Descend altitude 3000 feet, turn reduce speed 180 knots, Qantas 9.
Go. Right.
Speedbird 391, maintain speed 180 knots until advised.
We have clearance to land, so time to get this thing
Maintain
on
speed 180
the
knots,
ground.
Speedbird 391.
Been a little bit of a long flight, a little bit of a long stream, but you know, not too bad. It's good fun. Minimums continue. This morning it was about a sink rate. I'd say we're all right.
20. Qantas 9, turn right heading 060 degrees, when established
Get the plane
localizer
down,
09
touchdown
right,
marks.
descend ILS.
Minus 210 FPM,
Turn
not
right
bad.
060 degrees, when
Reverse is
established
out.
localizer 09 right, descend with the ILS, Qantas 9.
Knots, reverses in,
Land 2094, Heathrow direct to readability 5.
and good. Right, we'll vacate here on November 4 whiskey. That's the easiest one for us. Right, stop the clock there, and
Speed at 391,
down go the
established
flaps.
ILS runway 09 right.
Speedbird 391, speed 160 knots or greater until 4 DME.
Speed 160 knots, Speedbird 391.
right, there we go. We have vacated. Skyways 234 has vacated 09 right.
1.
Okay.
Skyways 234, second right onto Bravo, stand 221.
Second right onto Bravo, stand 221. Skyways 234.
Speedbird 391, runway 09 right, clear to land, surface wind 140 degrees, 7 knots.
Right, we're on ahead.
Clear to land, runway 09 right, Speedbird 391.
Qantas 9, speed 160 knots until 4 DME.
You don't want a second
162
right.
for Qantas 9.
That's link 30, which will take us right outside. We'll take link 30 then. And we want stand 221, which is right ahead of us there. I don't remember my second right exactly, but there we go. And there we go, taxi, well, straight ahead actually. This is stand 221, I believe. Here it is. And there we go. Taxiing up to the runway, 2 hours and 16 minutes flight time, so we're actually 9 minutes quicker than scheduled. Pretty amazing. We did get a little bit of a shortcut from ATC there, with the vectors into the runway. Is there a jetway here? Yes, there is a jetway. Okay. So yeah, stand 221, we're just putting it now. Estimated block time was 3 hours today, so we've halved that. Not halved it, so I don't know why I said that. Yeah, estimated block time was almost 3 hours, and we've managed a block time of 2 hours and 26 minutes. My word. That is good. That is very good. Okay. And there we go, I accidentally put out the reversers there on my throttles. There we go. All good and parked at the gate. APU is running, and we can turn on APU. Off go the taxi lights, off goes the beacon light, and we can turn off the engines.
VLAN 2094, readability check.
And 2094, readability 5.
Ground, power and chocks are set. Parking brakes are released. And ground power on, APU off. And that is it, guys. That is our flight completed. We'll go ahead and press Control and J and get the jetway connected up. We're parked at the gate and we'll disconnect now. Thanks for ATC for Skyways 234.
Thank you, goodbye.
Great, okay. We'll let the jetway connect up and then we'll get GSX deboarding us. We can open the cargo doors already. And we can turn off the seatbelt signs. And there we go. Everything is all good, guys. That is it for today. I'm really warm. I am just dead.
2391, taxi left Alpha.
There we go.
Speedbird 391, packaging runway.
Perfect, we're going to cross off now. We'll have charts now.
Qantas 9, clear to land, runway 09 right, wind 140
Very
degrees.
busy here in Heathrow, actually.
Clear to land, runway 09
pretty decent
right,
parking, look at that. Bang on the line. Going in this straight, obviously.
391, taxi by Alpha, stand 512.
So perfect, right, request deboarding.
391, disregard. 391, taxi by Alpha, Charlie, stand 544.
That's a pretty good jetway connection we've got going there. So we'll fire it. We'll open the front door. We can
taxi to any stand.
We can't
Goodbye.
open the back door. Oh dear.
Speedbird 391, taxi to any gate.
Speedbird 391 has made a bit of an angry ATC there. There are no passenger stairs. We'll not see passengers visually yet. I mean, I don't get why it bothers to tell me that, because I haven't got GSX level 2, so I never see passengers visual. But there we go. Stand 221. We're parked at the gate at London Heathrow. Lovely scenery this actually. It's, as I said, along with Manchester and Heathrow are my two favourite free UK 2000 sceneries. Particularly this one. I guess it is the UK's flagship airport, so really, even for free, they should get pretty good quality. And I'm amazed. It is really nice. We've got a Brussels Airlines parked over there. We'll go and disconnect Skytrack and Vatsim. Flew 998 miles in the end, so we did cut out about 15 miles through those vectors we got. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. We'll go ahead and disconnect ourselves from the network
London
now as well.
Control, London.
But yeah, there we go. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for coming along and watching. We've had over 30 playbacks today. Pretty good. Got quite a few views at the moment. I hope everyone enjoyed. And for anyone watching right now, please suggest something that I can do for 100 subscribers on the channel. As you know, if we keep up the same trend, it'll probably be happening in under a month. However, recently, I don't know, the subscribers have actually been dropping. It's stayed at 90 for quite a while now, so who knows. But if we do ever reach 100, then let me know if anything special we could do. But anyway, that is it for today. Oh, I need to go ahead and we'll turn off all the electric gens and the packs and all that, and the fuel pumps. There we go. Everything's all turned off now. All good. And there we are. That is Oz parked at the gate and finished. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join me on Saturday morning, 8:30 BST. We're going to be flying a Aerosoft Airbus Fly UK A320 from here in Heathrow up to Leeds Bradford, and then we'll be taking it back from Leeds down to Heathrow. Should be good fun. About 160-mile flight each way, so a nice nice little short hop there and back. Hopefully it's an ideal candidate for some ATC. But there we go. That's it from me today, guys, and I hope you really enjoyed. I will leave you with the end screen and the background music, and bye-bye!